Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. I am going to hit random, and we're going to get Blue Baby. I like Blue Baby a lot. Like a lot. Besides only having soul hearts, and that's pretty much the only negative, which is also a side positive, honestly. We have more damage. Always get into challenge and boss challenge rooms. More damage is only 5%. Perfect synergy with Polaroid and Whore of Babylon. Deals with the devil can be stolen if we have enough health and some invincibility that can, like actual invincibility. You know, just a really good character with not a lot of negatives besides that the health is very difficult to build and replenish, just due to the rarity of soul hearts. Still quite nice, and I'm happy. And with our first item being the common cold, I think that I'm really excited because things are looking good. Poison damage, a little bit of damage over time. I like it. Oops, I said oops before I even got hit there, and I just knew I was walking into that. Couldn't turn around in time. Happens. You get hit against pin once in a while, and then you get a range up once in a while. Range ups aren't bad. I don't mind them. Definitely clearing the floor. I would love to play this Demon Beggar. It's a terrible idea, but I don't know, I could end up doing it anyway. You never know with me. I'm a crazy man sometimes in this game. Alright. Let's not get hit by them, because that'd be embarrassing. Alright. This room completes, and I get a key, which, as long as there's a library, I would love to use. If there's a library, that would be amazing. But instead, we're just going to fight Gluttony, which is honestly okay, because we could get soul hearts from this, and we can get a health up. Which, health up items aren't nearly as valuable as Blue Baby, simply since they're just the same as a soul heart drop, except they take up an item that you could be getting. But here we are with one anyway, so I guess there you have it. I'll take it. I could farm it in the chest, but, you know. Tears down really sucks, though. That's pretty terrible. As far as the secret room location, I would have to say that it's to the left of the item room. Yeah, I think it has to be. Yeah. Definitely does. Well, okay, it should definitely be there, but it doesn't maybe have to be. I think it does, but I'm not taking a ton of time to analyze. I was just looking there, and I didn't even have a bomb to check, so it doesn't entirely matter whether or not I say it's guaranteed, because I'm not perfect at the rules. So it is how it is, and I'm pretty sure it was there, but I don't know for certain because I couldn't know for certain with the cursory glance I gave it. Anyway, what I'm talking about is that the new rules were discovered, brought to light by a user, and there's a link 2 videos ago in the description for the new secret room rules that we are going to abide by. And in the item room we get Lard, which is really awesome actually. Blue Baby does start a little bit faster than Isaac, I believe, so this will bring us down to normal speed as well as giving us 2 health up. Really good pickup that I'm quite happy with, and that does give us enough to take a deal with the devil, even though we can't steal it right now. We'd have to actually pay for it legitimately, which I can do. I can afford that. Of course, I'd prefer not to, but it's definitely possible at the moment, which is, I guess, what counts. I kind of got myself stuck there, but note that we always have the extra chance for devil and angel rooms spawning just because we can't take red heart damage at any point in time, so that's pretty awesome, basically. Thank you, Widow. Oh, but now I'm bad. I don't know how to dodge. You know, I hardly know how to move. It's tough being me. Okay. Kill you. You're going to get killed by poison, hopefully. No, but get that. We don't want the shot speed up because shot speed up's real bad in every way. And I don't want either of these, I'm going to be honest. I do want Guppy's tail, but not for more than free. Not for 3 soul hearts at the very least, especially not for 3 soul hearts. So now we're in angel room territory. We can earn angel rooms instead of devil rooms with a 50% chance of replacement. And I'm okay with that. That's pretty cool. That's totally fine. We've also been getting a fair amount of coins from fires, which I'm okay with. It's not, I mean, it's not a soul heart, but it's still good. I'd rather get a coin than nothing. And really, it is an unusually large amount of coins that we're getting. Alright. I'm just trying to blow up the TNT, give me a little more mobility, as well as destroying those 2 spider webs that slow down my tears when they travel over them, and I don't like that. I am going to the curse room against any recommendations that anyone would ever want to give anyone. I can't take that right now. We're gonna see if something goes really, really, really my way. But no, I'm not taking that. I'm pretty sure that the devil room is already gone, but if it's not, I will take Guppy's tail and then Guppy, or the dead cat, in hopes of becoming Guppy later. It's inadvisable, to say the least. It is very inadvisable, but I will do it simply because becoming Guppy is super fun. I'd really like a bomb, but I don't want to use a key to go to that there shop. And while I'm still alive, I want to check if the devil room's still there, since otherwise, if I lose more health, I will die. Yeah, I didn't think so. I was pretty certain of that, in fact. Alright. Onwards to maybe get lucky somewhere, but no, the dead cat is not worth taking. I'd really like 1+1 free from this champion or from this room. Or, I mean, I'll take 1 from each. That's acceptable. Eternal Heart, that'll give me a Soul Heart if I get to the next floor, which, I mean, I should, and there's literally no way not to and still be alive. Because you die if you only have an Eternal Heart left, even though that seems like it should be health, it does not count. No bombs. Alright, guess we're going to the shop, because as Blue Baby, Soul Hearts from like Tinted Rocks are incredibly valuable, so we're going to make that sacrifice. Alright. I expected there to be a bomb, but this is why I don't visit shops if I don't have 15 cents, normally, if you've ever wondered, like, why wouldn't he just go to the shop? He has tons of keys. That is exactly why, because the habit's there, and from seeing it there, it means I can't get it again. It's not showing up again in the run. Which, well, I'm not into that. So one thing you're thinking I could have done, and you're right, I could have done it, would be walk in, take the dead cat, that puts me down to 1 heart, then I pick up those 2 soul hearts because I left them sitting there, and then the eternal heart brings me up to 3.5 health. Yeah, on the next floor. But I really wasn't too into that idea of losing the hearts anyway. I have 5 and I'm going to have 6, or I could have 3.5. I think it's really important to start building your health as Blue Baby rather than taking the silly risks. I mean, not that going into the curse room isn't a silly risk, it's just that much better here. And sometimes there's a limit to how stupid my choices can get before even I can't support them. If I had taken Guppy's tail, then this is a different story. But since I didn't, because I didn't know, I can't justify that. Had I taken Guppy's tail, I would have done it. But note that the dead cat is not removed from the double room pool. Red chests do not pull from a pool, so they can give you the same items until you take them. Which means that just from red chests alone, you could become, theoretically, if there are enough red chests on the floor, you could become Guppy from 3 Guppy's tails. Legitimately, just because a red chest can keep dropping it until you pick it up. So the more you know, if you didn't already know that. And I think that's cool. So it means that I have a little less to worry about, although I'm probably not going to get too many red chests, and that's honestly okay. Becoming Guppy is a great help, but not a great necessity. Although I think this run is not going super swimmingly or anything. It's pretty low middle. You know, it's like a lower middle run on the scale of goodness. But it's still playable for now. We'll see where it goes. This item room could be a huge turning point, or it could just be average, which is more what I'm expecting. This pair of bee-lickers was caught in a loop for a little while, and as soon as I started to point it out, it was like, hey, best break this pattern. Alright, and 10 bombs. That's actually really good, since we didn't have any bombs for those Tinted Rocks before, but knowing this game, it's just going to stop giving me Tinted Rocks at this point instead of giving me a use for the bombs. Could do this, though. Which was entirely planned, yes. So that gets us box, which is one of each type of pickup, and I'm totally cool with that too. Judgment is really good, and so is Mom's Pearl, in fact. So I'm going to grab everything. Use the pill, Tears Up. That's actually awesome because Tears Up gives us more positively than Tears Down gives us negatively, so we're actually ahead of where we started in Tears, and that's awesome. And Judgment, of course, is going to give us a beggar that we can play, and hopefully it's a normal beggar, so we have to pay money rather than health. But we are in a pretty good health position for now. Like, this is good for this point in the game as Blue Baby with no real items. Mom's Pearl, though, does increase our chance of getting Soul Heart drops. And I'm equally pleased about that as I am about everything else, honestly. It's not a huge increase, but it is an increase, and that's pretty important. So that turns our chance from 10% to 19% if we want to combine them into one probability rather than keeping them separate as they are in the code. So rather than 10%, we have 19%, and that's sweet. Totally sweet. Alright. I'm just looking for anything, really. I would love a library like we just saw right now. That's actually incredibly good. Simply because that means we could get the Book of Shadows, which is hugely valuable. We didn't, but I'm definitely going to replace the poop with the Book of Sin for at least the moment. Red Heart doesn't help me, but it gives us a random pickup, and that's totally fine. I will use one of my bombs for this nickel, simply because of the Judgment card we've got. If I can build up enough and then get a Devil Room for it, it's really good because we can get a Devil Room item. We're not guaranteed to, but we can get a Devil Room item for money instead of health, and that's amazing as Blue Baby since, health's pretty important. And everything costs 3 health for us. So that'd be good. But of course it could still just give us its normal stuff like a health up or whatever. I'm going to take a drink of water if you'll excuse me for a moment. Alright, Catacombs 2. I noticed that I haven't been looking for secret rooms. I'm playing like normal again, and that's probably not what I need to do given the new rules that I need to learn. So I'm going to try and remember to check this floor, to pay a little bit of attention to the layout so I can at least determine, but since I have enough bombs, I should be able to easily check my choices, my thoughts. So sorry about that. I'm sure that some people are disappointed that I didn't check, and many are disappointed that I didn't show off my thought process so that we could all figure it out together. Like, oh, are these how the rules work? Yes, yes, no, maybe. I am informed that Rule 5 does not apply to U's and upside down U's, which is good to know. It only applies to the C's and backward C's, and that's totally fine with me. I just need to keep that in mind, and it's all good. So U's and upside down U's will not bother me too much. I can check them freely because they are not going to be impossible locations, at least not for that reason. So we're finding the item room again. We have enough keys, and it's going to give us, I was hoping to say the D6. And honestly, I mean, the bean is actually pretty good, but I'm going to stick with Book of Sin just because it could theoretically give us soul hearts, and I like that possibility no matter how low. It does drop non-specific red hearts, or non-specific hearts, I suppose would be the better way to say that. So it can definitely be influenced by Mom's Pearl, which means that I'm relatively okay with this whole idea of having the Book of Sin over the bean, which just is a poison cloud. It does a little bit of damage to enemies on use, and then a little bit of damage over time after that, because they're poisoned, of course. Fine, I'll leave now. Leave me alone. Another coin. This is actually really good. Another red heart, darn, but I tried. I am going to the curse room, because I'm crazy. Really, it's a terrible decision, and I would not recommend you make it in a Blue Baby run, unless you have a really crazy setup like that helps with that, or you have replenishable soul hearts or something, and you're comfortable already with your health. Because, I mean, unless you're flying, have like Book of Revelations, Nail, Relic, Miter, something like that, probably not worth it. 2 pills that I don't know, Balls of Steel. Bombs are key. Okay, I'm cool with that. Then 1 soul heart. I'm going to take the plunge right now and play this for my 12 cents in hopes that it gives me an item. That was a health up. I tried. I guess I can take this Bombs or Key with me now since I used it. We would have been able to re-roll that health up into a Devil Room item had we had the D6. because rerolling is dependent on the room you're in, what pool the room is pulling from. So we could have easily gotten a double room item there, or an angel room item, since angel room items are possibilities right now, as we have not gotten, or we haven't taken a deal with the devil for health. So it could be either, and that's fine. I don't want Kane's Eye, I mean. That would be bad to take, and Carrion Queen, that's real bad. This is most displeasurable. Could you leave me alone and maybe get hit and killed ultimately? I just want to hit your tail, your butt. By the way, don't re-roll this boss with the black fly trick because it spawns without a button and becomes invincible because of it, because you can't hit it. So don't do that. Would not recommend. 1 out of 10. Just a fair warning, because every so often I get a comment about that, and I'm like, yeah, sorry I didn't warn you about that. Because there are some things that I know, I just never end up doing them and forget about them. I'll remember for you this time. Don't re-roll Carrion Queen rooms. Or do so at your own risk. I don't know if it's consistent, I just know that it can definitely happen. So, just be wary, and I would not recommend you re-roll Carrion Queen rooms. Stay back. Carrion Queen's real slow with the way we're doing this. I think we're guaranteed our double or angel room on this floor, which is quite good. Especially if it's either a double room with the Pact and the Mark, or an angel room with Sacred Heart, damage up, flight. There are a lot of things I'd take. Note though that I wouldn't take just like a simple damage up. There aren't simple damage ups in the double room pool, that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't take flight from the double room, it's not worth health, especially as Blue Baby. So really I'm preferential to an angel room on this floor, unless, like I said, Pact and Mark. Or at least the Pact. I prefer the Pact to the Mark simply because it gives you more of your health back. So there you have it. That's my plan, that's my hope. This is a marathon fight, and there we go. We get health up in Angel Room, which had really Sacred Heart. Miter, okay, that's really good too. That is another increased chance, or an extra consecutive chance if you want to be totally technically correct, for replacing heart drops with soul heart drops, which is nice. And this adds 45% if it's the only thing we have. If it's not the only thing we have, I don't remember what happens when I've got combined all three. I just know that this would, without Mom's Pearl, make it so that we have 55%. And I guess that would mean that, depending on the order, actually maybe not depending on the order, I don't even know, but definitely, okay, I'm going to the shop, even though it's a 50% chance to be green. It's that if this is before Mom's Pearl, and I can't remember, I've not looked at the code in a very long time. Well, I'm buying the Soul Heart and I'm buying the map, sorry. We're not learning the treasure room, the secret room rules is perfectly, but I wasn't guessing there yet. But neither of them are end rooms, so it's totally cool, and you probably saw that as I spawned into the room, or into the floor, and I wasn't paying attention as usual. So we know, I am going to go there. 3 cents, that's okay. So anyway, the chance for the Pearl as an increase, instead of 9% becomes 4.5%, which is fine, because even still that means we have a 59.5% chance. If this is second, then does it still work out the same? Allow me to quickly do some mental math and see if I fail horribly like I might. So 19% means that there is 81% left over. Half of that is going to be 40.5. Yeah, 40.5. So we had 40.5. Yep, it's the same. Either way, 59.5% right now. I will do this because there is at least 8 tiers uphill in the rotation, and this is not going to be hard. Also, with the Miter, we are going to get a lot of Soul Hearts. So we now have, on non-specific heart drops, we have a 59.5% chance that there is going to be a Soul Heart as that drop. Non-specific only. As in not Little Chad, not the Lovers, not stuff like that. Bloody Penny, for example. Things that always drop the same type of heart are not affected. And it doesn't affect like the chance of a slot machine paying out with a heart in general. It just affects the chance that that heart is instead of soul heart. It doesn't affect fortune tellers at all. Yeah, stuff like that. Alright, and then soon I will be able to check these pills. Is this a tears up? I really hope so. Darn, it's the tears down. Don't know this. Pretty fly, that's actually amazing. And this is the tears up. Cool. Too bad we don't have PhD or Lucky Foot, because those 2 tears downs would have been tears ups instead. And I would have really liked that. But we did get another tears up, and that's pleasing. We also got a pretty fly, which is an orbital that will block tears and damage fly type enemies. I like it. I'm very happy. So let's see. This... We know that this right here couldn't have been the secret room because it's to the left of the boss room. Next to that boss challenge room was totally possible. Next to the shop should be possible as well. Below the curse room, next to the shop on the left that is, was possible. Below the curse room should be impossible. And that answers everything. Oh, look at you still being here when I don't have the D6, but I'm really happy with the item we got from it, so I'm I'm not actually mad at it. Depths 1 instead of... Wow, so I guess we know that the room down here is an end room, which means I wanted to check here first because it could have been the item room. So that's actually an interesting thing where we can use the new secret room rules that we've learned in reverse to... Oh, I shouldn't have put it there. To get information like this being the item room. It wasn't certain that this was the item room, but it was certain that it was an end room because the secret room cannot be next to only 2 rooms without the one on the right being an end room. So, it's pretty cool. I guess I should check the secret room too. That might help. By the way, I'm skipping Roid Rage here because it is speed up, and it's a big speed up. And I don't want that at all. So last shop was, in fact, a non-greed shop, which means that this shop, since we know that greed is not in the secret room, which was a 33% chance on this floor, we know that greed is in the shop on this floor, guaranteed, unless there is another mini-boss on the floor, which obviously isn't greed, since we already saw the only location that greed could spawn otherwise. Sadly, we did just raise 15 cents, so I'm really hoping that there's another mini-boss on the floor. It's just there's no way that I know that at the moment. I'll have to explore the whole floor, which I plan on doing for sure. It's just that I have to do it before I know. Which is obviously kind of sad, since... Wow, you suck. I just wanted a soul heart there. But you get the message from what I was saying. So I'm going to explore the whole floor, and hopefully determine that hey, there's no greed in the shop, because that would be really pleasing. Oh, we're cutting it real close. My fire rate is really helpful right now, but my damage is so bad, and that needs to change, like, ASAP, as soon as possible. Alright, that's a key, and that's a soul heart. I like both of those things. I'm just going to wait for the brain juices to be gone. That's a challenge room, which I will certainly take a peek into. So above the sacrifice room is an impossible location for the secret room. Since there's an end room, one that is adjacent to the spawn room and is not the spawn room. Wait, no. No, there's not adjacent to the spawn room and an end room. Yeah, it's impossible. So we could have known that. There's no other good location, actually, so I think that I would have been able to find that secret room, particularly, without actually having the treasure map tell me where it is. So, there you go. Secret room easy to find. This floor. Just due to the rules, looking at the layout. Too bad. I wish there were a way to enable the map without the secret room. I would like that. But either way, this one would have been figured out. Honestly, would have. I could have gotten this one. So it's good. My back is killing me right now. It's no fun, let me tell you that. Okay, this is a moderately unpleasant room. Oh, of course. Alright, let's get out of here. You leave me alone. Mr. Ma in a closed-off room. Not a fun time. There we go, another key. Tarot card is the Hierophant. That's awesome, 2 soul hearts for us. This run's going well, besides damage. Damage is terrible, and I need more of it. Like, right now. Really right now. Okay. Fine, I'll take it. The shop's going to be the one on the right, I would expect. One of my precious bombs has gone to use for this, which is balls of steel. Range down. Well, that sucks. At least I got a range up, and I think that it's actually more than the pill subtracts. Probably. I know that the range up pill is more than the range down pill. So we're probably still positive, but even if we're like even or something, that's not the end of the world. That pill's the tears down, I believe. Good, small rock. That's a damage up, a speed down, and a tears up. Definitely going to use a key for this. It's always worth it when you have the miter and a lot of keys. So now that I've gotten the speed down, I will take the Roid Rage because I'm officially below the speed I like to be at, though Roid Rage will put me a bit higher than I'd like to be as far as speed is concerned. So just hopefully something works out in my favor and I can get another speed down or I get flight. Either one of those is acceptable, but definitely we're too slow now. So it's good to have the option. It's just definitely don't like the speed I'm at, even if it's not hard to work with. It's just that it is potentially harmful. The lack of precision in movement isn't good. It's just not beneficial. I'm not saying that some people don't prefer it, and if you do, fine. If you're good with it, I'm good with it too. I just really hate it because of the negatives that there are to it. So I'm not about that life. Sadly, this was my only alternative at the moment. Of course, the boss could easily just drop a speed up for me, and then I'd be sad, because no speed up gives you as much as Roid Rage does, and it's also not the range up that it claims to be. If I didn't already mention that. See, that's why it's worth it, just because, especially as Blue Baby, you're going to get a soul heart from most chests. So we know the greed's in the shop, and I have no reason to fight him. Since there was no other mini-boss, that has to be the boss room over there. Yeah. Not about it. Oh, look at you, just cutting yourself off immediately. Not a fan. Not even a little bit. So let's hope for a devil room here and then not on the next floor so that we can have as much chance as possible. After that, next floor we're more likely to get it than this floor though if we don't get it right now. So that's what I want. I want to get it this floor. Because I can't lose my high chance on the next floor, which is bad. And a bomb for a soul heart is a pretty worthwhile trade. So we're fighting War. We're going to get a cube of meat, which is going to be our second orbital, and that'll be pretty nice. He also cleared out the stage for me a little bit, which is nice as well. This will block tears and damage any enemy on contact instead of just flies. And it'll stack with any other cubes of meat which we get, which only is one unless we do silly things that I don't plan to do. So it's really we're only going to be able to get one more, which doesn't bother me very much. Okay. Soul heart at least, cube of meat, which I want, and sadly we're done. And we have to hope to get a teleport to the devil room on the next floor, because otherwise, sad days ahead. That's an interesting secret room location, but it's probably a predictable one. Well, there are 2 other possible locations, and 3 other possible locations. Yeah, 3 other possible locations, so I don't really have a means to have predicted this one from the map, at least. I just would have had to have guessed in those 4 locations. So by the way, with knights, I don't actually have to worry about where I'm shooting them, because I'll just poison them eventually, they'll take damage anyway, and they will die. So I can take this the easy way instead of actually worrying about shooting them in the back of their brains. And that's okay with me. I'm a patient man. Alright. Darn. Oh, good, we got a soul heart for the champion. I like that. At the moment, we have a good chance for soul hearts. We're going to have a slightly less amazing, but still really good chance for soul hearts next floor, unless this shop contains Mom's purse. Or, yeah, Mom's purse, not Mom's coin purse. Simply because the purse gives us an extra trinket slot, and I will be happy to take the pearl with me. Of course, I would trade it for cancer, curved horn. Probably nothing else, though. Soul heart chance is really important as Blue Baby. Just is. So I'm definitely not too into a range down pill. Hopefully that's understandable. And we found the item room first. We're actually getting pretty lucky with that. Of course, this time it was not predictable, just due to the location of the secret room or anything like that. Alright. Harlequin Baby. It's acceptable. It is one of the familiars that I'm okay taking if I have to, as it shoots a V of Tears, and those both do pretty decent damage for the familiars. Someone gave me a list of their damages, but I don't remember it. I just know that it's relatively high, and if you hit with both, at the very least, it's pretty high. So I can deal with it. More Tears against Isaac and Blue Baby is bad, but for now I need all the damage augmentation that I can get, and I just can't reroll it, so it doesn't really matter if I do or don't want. I mean, I guess I can skip it, as that's something that I often do with items when they're bad or detrimental. But I didn't, because I'm okay with it. 3 cents, sure, that's acceptable. I have more keys than bombs, so even if that is the shop or something, I don't want to bomb in there, honestly. It's an arcade, which doesn't interest me too much, though there are reasons that it should, or could, at the very least. Oh, calm down. Oops. Alright. So we found the shop. We're going to the shop. Pretty fly, that completes our orbital set with another fly. So now we have 3 orbitals out of 3 possible orbitals. And yeah, I'll do it this time. I don't like the Book of Revelations. I'm going to be honest with you. But this time I will take it. It gives us a soul heart, and it's usable after every 6 rooms. I guess this is kind of my compensation for ditching Mom's Pearl, is a guaranteed soul heart after every 6 rooms that I fight in complete. You know, it'll also guarantee that we fight death on room 1, which doesn't bother me, since second level Cube of Meat is, in my opinion, the best level Cube of Meat. It's one of those other familiars that is acceptable. And, I mean, honestly, I've been saying that I prefer it to level 1, so I'm just going to continue that. I haven't reevaluated my position or anything, so I don't know if I should prefer it, but I do. I've decided I do, and it'll stay that way. At the very least, it doesn't lag behind you, so it's always going to be shooting on the mark with you, and I do appreciate that. But of course, that means that it's guaranteed to be that extra shot that's going to cause Isaac or Blue Baby to shoot at you more, which is a negative, as well as a positive, just because it's guaranteed damage for them. It's a weird place to be. I definitely don't want that trinket. I am going to the... Darn it, it's the Bible. Which means, of course, that there are angel rooms on the floor, and we have no way of preventing ourselves from earning one, technically, in the game's eyes. We don't have a teleport. I could always go to the arcade and try to win a teleport, which might honestly be an important thing to do. I just don't want to. Though if we do get a... Yeah, I'm going to do it. Temperance is not a teleport. I'd rather have the High Priestess summon the foot to stomp on an enemy. Mom's foot, that is. Boss challenge room, that's awesome. Hopefully, at least. Could be Magic 8 Ball or something, and then it wouldn't be awesome. Stem cells. It's a shot speed up, and it's only 1 health, so I really don't care about it. I don't like shot speed more than I like health. Our health is very replenishable anyway at the moment, with the Book of Revelations and the Miter. So, arcade, we're going to have 3 cents that I can put into this. Hope for a teleport. That's about all we can do. Okay, we've got as high a chance as we're going to. We're going to blow this up in hopes of money. That was a good amount of money. That I don't think I could have asked for better. We only want to play the fortune teller. Tarot cards, soul hearts, the moon. All right, we're in business. So, for convenience, do I think I would take 2 full hearts of damage on the fight? No, I don't, actually. So never mind, I'm not going to use the Bible simply because I think that the 2 damage we're guaranteed to take from walking in and out of the curse room twice is more likely, it's likely more damage than we would have taken on the fight without doing the cheese. And we get a soul heart from it by taking this instead of having to wait an extra room on the next floor to do so. Or that one last room that's sitting there at the top that I ignored. Still, I think that the Bible would be a good strategy if I had already known that I was getting the teleport, or had the teleport or something. Maybe. It's actually kind of arguable, since I'd still have to go back for the Book of Revelations, as the Bible is not worth keeping past this point, because, well, okay, it technically is. It's just not going to be after the heart, and having it until the heart is also kind of not worth anything. Alright, I want to kill the foot when it stomps, preferably. And that'll do it. Pageant boy, 7 coins. I can't do anything about it, basically. I don't know if you heard the sound. I don't hear sounds for things. So this teleports us to the secret room. I will go grab my High Priestess card, because it's good to have. And if I were playing super optimally or something, I would play the Fortune Teller a lot more. Skull Game is also acceptable, simply because the hearts, when it pays out with those, are influenced by the miter. So with the Polaroid, we get 5 seconds of invincibility on every hit, since we only have soul hearts, and that's super awesome. That's pretty much going to be what carries us. And then health, we're going to be tanky just because of the miter and the Book of Revelations. I'm still doing pretty bad damage. I have base blue baby damage +1, and that's about it. Alright, so let's see what we've got. If we can get an angel room or a devil room, I'm accepting of either. If it's a devil room, I can walk into the fire, take half a heart of damage, and then take both deals for free. Or for that half heart alone, which is totally worth it. We didn't get one, so I'm gonna hope that we didn't earn one in the first place. Because it could have been a devil room. Angel rooms don't prevent devil rooms the same way devil rooms prevent angel rooms. And that we have our full chance on this floor to earn one. Hopefully. No way of knowing. Unless, of course, you heard the angel room sound, in which case, yeah, we know. Then I have 25% of my total chance on this floor. But I'm going to say we didn't earn it, just to be positive here, and then that I can earn it on this floor to win one. That would be really good. So this cannot, the secret room cannot be to our left right now, because this isn't an end room, although it actually might be or it isn't a special room. It has to be a special room, I believe. Guess I need to touch up a little bit. Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at what was going on. I was pondering. I was in my own universe. So I took a full heart of damage, since everything is a full heart here, sadly. So let's be a little more careful in the future. Oops. Gonna focus on these dudes. I'd really like to be flying. Okay, 3 orbitals is gonna save me on numerous occasions. I'm just gonna say that now. It's fully appreciated. Triple orbitals is very important, very helpful. Very conducive to a victory against Isaac and or Blue Baby. Well, and Blue Baby. You could say Blue Baby and or Isaac if you're just going to end up not going Blue Baby. But you can't really say Isaac and or Blue Baby because there's no way to skip the cathedral without cheating. So we're going to be fighting Death this floor, and that means we're going to get our next cube of meat, getting us that familiar I was talking about earlier. Unless, of course, we get the Conquest glitch, which I'm informed is consistent, so if you try to reroll the boss, it will still be the Conquest glitch, instead of switching to the horseman you were supposed to fight. But even if it is Conquest, we will still get the cube of meat. So we just picked up Fate for the second video in a row, which is insane. Fate is flight, and gives us an Eternal Heart. So that's really awesome. That'll be an extra soul heart when we get to the next floor, since if we don't get to the next floor, we are dead, as I explained earlier. So basically we just got a soul heart that we can't quite cash in for yet. And that's totally fine, because I think I'm in a good situation anyway to not lose it, or even lose much health. Curved Horn I wish I could take, I really do. Nothing would please me more than having 2 more damage. But I can't do it. So we did accidentally find the secret room, and it was just something I didn't want. This is Pretty Fly, which is not actually worth anything to us, but there's no reason not to use it either. It doesn't detriment us. But it is worthless. So I actually found the boss. I didn't think it would be here, but hey, why not? Oh, you! I think we should still get a cube of meat for this as well, but the Headless Horseman does have a 10% chance to replace Horseman fights, even from the Book of Revelations. So if we get the pony, I will be sad, But if we get the deal with the devil that I'm expecting or hoping for, it could be an angel room, but if we get the devil room, then I will take the pony in because we can use that to steal the deals with the devil, since it is a form of invincibility for us. Alright, Whore of Babylon is just going to be a permanent damage up for us, which is nice. As Blue Baby, of course, with having 11 soul hearts. I'll blow up the rock to see if it's a tinted rock. It's not. So, all I've got to do is that. So now we have Whore of Babylon, and then we pick this up. Just because it's in the way, that puts us 1/3 of the way to becoming Guppy, but I really don't care. I'll use it just so we get the flies the once, and then I will take the Book of Revelations back again. And away we go. So now we have 1.5 extra damage consistently, and a little bit more speed. I don't mind having higher speed when I can fly, because precision is really not very important when flying. So here is our secret room, which just contains raw liver, 2 extra HP at no detriment. Sure, cool with me. Yep, I'll fly to this. That was worth it. I'll fly to this. Technically worth it. See if there's anything over here. A library, which is a little too late. So I'm probably not even going to use... Yeah, what can it offer me? It can't offer me anything that I care about much. Balls of Steel, finally. I would have not recommended using that. Telepills wouldn't be the end of the world, although if you did get an I Am Error room from your telepills, then you couldn't go to the cathedral, you'd just be stuck going to Shoal. So sadly we didn't get that cube of meat, but I guess I don't mind that much, honestly. And by the way, stealing deals with the devil does count as taking them, so angel rooms are off the table. We just can't earn them anymore. We'd have to teleport to them anyway. So I don't mind that much. Not that we were likely to get Sacred Heart in the first place, it's just that it's not a big deal. Okay, you get out of the face. I was going to say out of the way and out of my face, but, you know, I just messed up and I committed to it. So I took a hit, which is unfortunate. I don't like doing that as Blue Baby, or as anyone, but especially as Blue Baby, although I think that this is a win. Even with our low damage, we're in a pretty great position. Just we're well prepared for everything. 3 more bombs, and suddenly our bomb and key count is even, so I don't feel bad about using that first bomb to keep pulling off the second at any point. Oop. I will use bombs for this fight. Of course, the Bible would have immediately killed this boss, but I don't think it was worth carrying that instead of the Book of Revelations, as I said. Book of Shadows I would have kept. Definitely, just because that would be guaranteed devil sealing, even though I got to steal them anyway on that last floor. You never know that, since I was counting on earning it, and I did. Right. And now we're into the repeated bombs. 6 bombs is not a really big cost, honestly, for the convenience it offers me when I have 14. It might not be worth it in lower bomb situations, but at the same time, what else are you going to use your bombs for? Yeah, I don't know, I'd probably use them anyway. Once again, blowing up the rock, hope it's a tinted rock. Nope. And we already have the small rock anyway, so it's not as necessary. I think it's at the top left, but I want to go to the secret room. So I'm going to pretend I don't think it's at the top left, the boss that is. And just say that I don't plan on taking much damage, so this is going to be, wow, really that hit me, and I just wasn't even paying attention, really. I'm just going to say that I'm planning on using all these extra rooms to charge my Book of Revelations to get more soul hearts. Although I think I have a pretty good count right now. 9 more cents is not hugely important. But I checked. Had to check. Definitely good health, though, like I was saying. Okay, you're dead. Our damage is okay. It is. We do have over 5.5 damage, as evident. Actually, no, that's not something that we can say for sure, although we do. Simply because red tiers normally are indicative of having over 5.5 damage, unless you have quad shot or triple shot, in which case it means... Or no, unless you have Polyphemus, in which case it means you have over 15 damage. Sorry, quad shot and triple shot have nothing to do with it, although they will lower your damage per tier, that is, with Polyphemus. What was that? What was I saying, though? The Whore of Babylon gives you red tiers whether or not you have 5.5 damage, or over 5.5 damage. So the more you know, basically. Orbital's doing work. They are the reason that I'm feeling good about this. And of course the Polaroid is never going to hurt me in this situation. It's only going to help me out a lot. I'm surprised none of these have hit me. Like I said, Orbital's doing work. It's kind of incredible. Soon Isaac will be done doing retaliatory fire, and will instead just shoot homing tiers of his own volition rather than when I shoot him. So it's all good. Yeah, Orbital's OP. There we go, we finally got hit right as the phase ended. So I guess I better run in here, place a bomb, kill 2 babies, angelic babies that is. So that's good. Taken out of context, it's a little less good. Sorry if you hear that vibrating. Getting text messages and I didn't ask for this. Alright, Isaac is dead. We get 1 soul heart back. I think we lost 3 though, so it's not a perfect trade, but it's not the worst. I do have plenty of them at the very least. So then we go to the chest. And open up these chests. For... so far, yeah, nothing I want. Although, with Blue Baby, Best Friend can be used for its iframes, invincibility frames, in order to go ahead and steal deals with the devil. Or 1 deal with the devil. Okay, since this wasn't a fighting room, which is the only reason I brought the Book of Revelations in, we will see, since every chest contains a chest in the chest, if in there is something that makes me want to use the D20. And yeah, certainly. 9 coins that don't mean anything to me instead become some stuff that means a little less to me. Alright, a little more to me, but still not a lot. That's what I meant. So, that's good. I'm pretty happy with this. Am I clearing the floor? Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I guess by going this way, I kind of did decide for myself that I was. Okay, Queen, don't do this. None of us like where this is going. Not even 1. But I'll handle it. Every Carrion Queen room makes me not want to do this even more, basically. I don't have a problem clearing the floor right now, but I have a problem fighting a lot of Carrion Queens. It's going to be easier than when we fought it as a boss, but it's not going to be simple or anything. It's going to be time-consuming, less time-consuming. There's a lot more aids. Hopefully not damaging. Gone well so far. No, you stop it. You stop it. Both of them have become diagonal. Oops. Alright. Surprisingly effective dodge. The oops dodge. Alright. One of you is going to die. Real soon. Both of you should be on your last legs. Not that you have legs, I suppose. Oh, there we go. There we go. Tarot card is the world. The boss is not where I expected it to be. It isn't. It's not at all. Without Guppy's tail, I have less and less desire to continue with the floor clearing. I thought that the boss would be at the right, the far right, over there from the path up from the spawn. I thought that. I was wrong, evidently. I'm okay with that, since the world told me where the error of my ways was. Alright. Nope. I have a low amount of damage. It's only winnable because I have really good defensive measures in place. Otherwise, this is a bad run. This amount of damage is acceptable maybe in the depths 1, less so in the depths 2, not really by the womb, which is, we got it later at the end of the first floor. So, I'm not happy with the damage and stuff. It's just that I have a lot of health, the Polaroid because Blue Baby, and I have the Miter. And to a lesser extent, Book of Revelations. It's cool though, because this is, it's going well. Just because of those items. I mean, fate doesn't hurt. Fate's just not a determining factor, or if you want to say a determinant. You wouldn't be wrong, although determinants mathematically are a little different. It's okay. Oh, you jerk. Oh, I got hit again. Well, Cuba Meat, do your thing. There we go. Oh, but I damaged myself again. I guess I should be less impatient. Alright. I'll just sit here. Dodge a little bit, actually. There we go. Get a soul heart back. Alright. That's going to be the blue baby fight then. High Priestess. Oops. Oh, I messed up. You can make it stomp multiple times. I don't know if you can make it do damage multiple times. I've never gotten timing that was like perfect or something, I guess, if you can. But you can definitely make it stomp extra times just by pausing and unpausing when it gets used, basically, when it stomps. And that also will work with something like the Book of Belial or the Hourglass or something that puts something on the screen or like pauses time. You can do that, but of course with pausing you can do it repeatedly. Little things that I don't even know of the benefit of, if there is one. Blue Baby fight has gone much the same as the Isaac fight with just a couple more hits, and both of them were moderately aggressive with their angelic baby spawns, which displeases me. I was about to say pleases me. I was like, no, that's not the word. You got it backwards. So that displeases me, but it's not the end of the world. We had a nice, successful Blue Baby run. Unless, of course, I lose over 12 health to these. Yeah. I'm done. Hope you enjoyed this run. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.